Welcome to the CSFL Playoff Edition interviews with the owners. I'm your commissioner and host, JD. What a playoff game we got coming up here. The second seed Cobras will host the third seed Dragons Friday, January 22nd at 2 p.m. Eastern. Holy smokes, man. This is going to be a good one. We got two interviews with both of these owners, and what a chance these guys get. Whoever wins this goes to the championship game. Right to the championship game. There's only one round, so whoever wins this is really big. Obviously, they're both 4-3. Who can get the fifth win? Looking at these teams, we do break it down with the two owners, so I don't want to get too carried away, but I am excited about the owners' interviews and about this game on Friday, January 22nd at 2 p.m. Second seed and third seed Dragons. Look at these stats on the bottom. Total offense for the Dragons is second best offense, and the Dragons also have the first best defense, where the Cobras have the second best defense with a lacking offense. But I'm telling you that they are better on offense than they are on paper. I'm telling you. But we're going to see. They're going to have a chance to prove it. The Cobras are at home. So again, let's take a look at the interview. We're going to look at the Dragons first, and then we're going to get right into the Cobras. So enjoy these interviews, and yeah, get your popcorn. Welcome everybody to the CSFL interview with the owner of the Dragons. We got him here for an interview before the playoff game to talk to him about the playoff match. So thank you so much for being here and for making the time.
Well, thank you for having me. We're excited to advance through this playoffs with some finesse. Some a good show for the fans.
Absolutely. Oh man, it has been quite a great time watching the Dragons with all those comebacks to that thriller against the Vipers. How did you feel, before we get into the questions, how did you feel about that game against the Vipers going down to the wire?
Well, we're a gritty team. We already knew that, if it's a fight, we're going to be in it until the last minute. So we're just glad we were able to execute and get the win.
Absolutely, man. That was crazy. Barry Perkins. We're calling him Barry Pill Poppin' Perkins after that game. But yes, so no further ado, let's throw up the image. The second seed Cobras are hosting the third seed Dragons, but the Dragons have the second best offense and the first best defense. The end of the season, you end the season with the first best defense, and you're going against the worst offense in the league. So, but the thing is that they're at home. So, do you think the home field advantage is going to be a real difference maker in this game?
Well, as you know, coming into the year, we were the last rated team, so we feel like every game is a road game, so this is going to be nothing new to us.
That's awesome, and it's absolutely true from the Dragons owners. Absolutely right. They actually were 2-1 for the road game, so they did really well on the road. But yeah, they seem to be honestly one of the most balanced teams across the board. They're really good on offense and defense, finishing the league with the second and the first. So what do you really credit all your success to? Because it seems to be both the sides of the ball are doing really well.
Well, coming into this year, we saw some strengths. We wanted to take advantage of our speed on both sides of the ball, and we kind of tailored our system around the players we had. So we encouraged growth. We let our young players play, and we put them in positions where we knew they would succeed.
You absolutely did. Yeah, you guys absolutely did. And you guys run a really, really good organization there. Really, really, really proud of what you guys did with the Dragons organization there. You guys ended up being the second overall offense 5 out of the 7 weeks. So you guys had a really, really good offense all season with Brendan Platt and Barry Perkins, but you did end up finishing fourth on the ground for rushing. Do you think that was just because you guys were trying to come back more, or do you think that RJ Barber was struggling on the ground? And how do you think he's going to do on the road against these stingy Cobras run defense?
Well, this is a throwing league, so if we're trying in rushing numbers, it's going to be we're going to make it up in our passing game. We wanted to air the ball out more going into the year. We took advantage of some of our matchups, playing some weaker cornerbacks, and it was. I would say our running game is complementary to our passing game.
Absolutely, that's it's so true because they do actually do really well with the draws and the play actions, and Brendan Platt has just been playing absolutely fantastic football. So is your defense actually. Jamie Foster, your one corner, won MVP of the week, and last week got a defensive touchdown, I believe it was, and he's going up for MVP, defensive MVP of the year. He's one of the candidates as well. And also, you guys are representing quite a few players in the Snow Bowl. So, again, really good job with your team. And I'm excited to see you guys go on the road to play these Cobras. And any last words that you wanted to say before we let you go?
We're excited to play the Cobras. We know the team well. We have some wrinkles that we're going to throw out there, and may the best team win.
Awesome. Thank you so much for making the time to come out and have this interview. And I love having you on the show.
Thank you for having me. Sorry our schedules haven't aligned earlier, but whenever I'm available, I will hit you up.
Awesome. Thank you so much, and you have yourself a good day.
Likewise.
Okay, so that was the owner of the Dragons, and thank you for watching, and that was awesome. Awesome. That was awesome, man. Those guys run the owner there, the Dragons, should I say, run a really good organization over there. Really proud to have them in the league, and I'm really excited to see what they can do this Friday, man. Can they go on the road to beat these Cobras? And we got an extensive interview with the Cobras owner as well. We're going to take a look at that right now, no further ado, and it's a good one as well. So hope you got lots of popcorn left. Enjoyed this interview. Hey guys, we got an interview here with the owner of the Cobras, the second seed Cobras. I'm excited to introduce you to the owner here. Let's bring him up on the screen. Here he is, the man himself, the legend, Nathan Jenkins.
Yes, sir.
The man. Thank you so much for making the time to be here.
You're very welcome, JD. I appreciate being here, and I'm excited to be in the CSFL, man.
Yeah, man. Honestly, it's let's talk about your season before we get into the playoffs. What a great season, finishing second seed overall, hosting a playoff game in your first year. It's a really big deal for your team. How is it for you guys up in the management? How's it feel as an owner?
As an owner, it's like I don't know, man. It's like giving birth in the hospital. Like exciting, scary, and emotions are wild and your blood's pumping, so it's a mixture of stuff, but overall we're all pleased, we're all excited, and the guys are really happy, the Cobras, where they are, and all the staff and management, really excited, and we're looking forward to, you know, getting in the playoffs and hopefully going to the championship.
Yeah, honestly, the Cobras just played absolutely phenomenal. Got the whole league watching the Cobras, especially the first 2 weeks when you guys just played absolutely out, lights out. You guys end up representing 6 players in the All-Star game, our Snow Bowl, and actually 3 of them are defensive linemen. You guys did really well with getting pressure on teams. Do you believe that that was a big part of the success, the defense, or do you credit a lot of the success to that great wide receiver quarterback connection between Ron Simmons and Quincy Drennan?
Oh, yeah, those two guys connect really quick from the first, game right out the gate, and it's kind of worked from then on. And yeah, we've been pleased with that connection, the offense, and but also you need the defense side. And yeah, my DTs, kind of surprisingly, have really stepped up and helped us to stopping the other team from scoring too much so that we could score more and win games. So I credit kind of both sides of the ball.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, no, that you actually have the only team in the league to represent two or not 3 defensive linemen, but 2 defensive tackles. So you guys coming in with 2 defensive tackles and a kicker, a quarterback, wide receiver, who we all know who they are, Ron Simmons and Quincy Drennan for sure, and then you got your 3 defensive linemen and a kicker representing in the Snow Bowl. You guys end up finishing in the league. Let's bring up the graphic here real quick. You guys end up finishing in the league second best defense in the league, but end up finishing with a total of the 8th, which is last in the league for offense, which is very surprising how low the score's been for your guys' game when you're still pulling off wins. Do you credit a lot of that to your defense keeping you guys in the games, or do you think that your offense is really steering these games this way? Because it's one of the only teams in the league to have a low offense like this with such a great defense.
Yeah, JD, you make a good point. It's kind of a head scratcher. Coming down to the end of the season, things kind of shift a little bit, yeah, toward the defense really kind of putting their face up in the mirror more often on the field. But it's kind of catch 22. Yeah, our offense has kind of guided us to the record, so to speak. But then on the stat sheet, the defensive, I think, really put their thumb on that pretty well. Yeah, so I think our defense has stepped up to help us maintain where we are. Our ends have been good. Coming after the quarterback, I think, in a few games.
For sure.
Especially with the Blue Jays, I think he put pressure on their quarterback Dorsey.
For sure.
Our strong safety played a real good game. Got a lot of deflections and I think an interception. Our defensive said, hi, hello, we're here, and that's good to know. I want those guys to be up and ready for playoff time comes.
Oh, for sure, because these Dragons, and honestly, you guys are doing so well, and I know that you guys are going to do really well on offense no matter what it says on paper, just because we know that
Right.
Quincy Drennan and Ron Simmons have become a household name for CSFL fans. But the
Oh yeah, thank you.
the defense of the Dragons is coming to town, and you are hosting at home, and it's going to be a big playoff game. But how big of a factor do you think the home field advantage is going to be in this game? Because the Dragons do have the ranked number one defense on paper going against the ranked eighth offense in the Cobras. So how big of a home field advantage do you think this is going to is home field advantage, should I say, going to be a big factor in this game?
I think it will be. Yeah, that's gonna help our psyche, you know, and our
Your offense, probably, yeah.
and our offense, yeah,
Yeah.
and I'm sure we're gonna be a bit more focused, you know, playing at home field. That, you know, that's always an advantage. Of the Dragons, we know are gonna bring it. They're gonna be ready. Their defense is pretty solid. You know, we respect that. Yeah, and so it's gonna be I think coming down. I think in the first half it's gonna be like a close game. It's gonna be more a defensive fight, and maybe then down the stretch, after the half, it's probably will open up with the offense. So yeah, I think home field will help us, and if it doesn't, then we'll be out.
No,
That'll be it, right? So,
yeah,
but
yeah.
we want to move on for sure.
Oh, I'm excited for you guys, because honestly, I'm not too sure if any other team can take out the Blue Jays. So a lot of teams are rooting for you to make it to the next round, because we all want to see that rematch between the Cobras and the Blue Jays.
Definitely.
Before I leave you on your final note, I just wanted to say, you know, what a great season. This is the owner of the Cobras, Nathan Jenkins, who won 2 Coaches of the Week. Also had multiple players win MVP as well. And he is also up for Coach of the Season award. So that'll be announced in the off season. So any last words before we let you go? And again, thank you so much for making the time.
Oh, JD, it's my pleasure, man, talking to you. You know, you're a good commish, and you got the ball rolling with this CSFL, and I like it. I'm sure the other players loving it too, and you know, Canada loves football, man, and we're gonna do what we can do and keep this thing going and make CSFL great, man. I'm feeling pumped, John, man, and I'm wishing the other owners good luck in the playoffs. And let's have a ball, guys. Let's have fun. Let's do this.
Awesome.
Oh yeah.
Awesome, man. Thank you so much again. And that is the owner of the Cobras. So we'll let you go there. And thanks again for coming in on the show. Awesome. Good stuff, man. Okay, so
Thank you, JD.
no problem, man. Thank you. That was the owner there of the Cobras again. And thanks for watching there. That was awesome. Isn't that great? What a great organization they're running there. The Cobras finishing with the 2nd seed overall. But the one last note before I let you guys go is that not only are the Cobras and Dragons, you know, really good organizations. They're in the top 4 for a reason. They're here for a reason. But everyone's going to look at this and get, you know, look at the Dragons, look at the defense of the Cobras. And then everyone's going to go, oh, yeah, I know, but look at that offense of the Cobras is struggling, right? And yes, they are struggling in the last few weeks. They are 8th, 6th, and 7th in the league. You got to go all the way back to week 1 where they ranked 1st in offense, and first week 1 and week 2 where they went 2-0. And guess what? Week 2, they played the Dragons. And guess what? They won. A minute and 18 seconds left in week 2. They're down 28-24. Cobras come down and they throw a touchdown to you-know-who, Quincy Drennan, and he caught a touchdown to make it 31-28 with a minute and 10 left. Dragons go down the field to go kick a game-tying field goal and miss the field goal, and Cobras walk away with the win 31 to 28. So we'll see what happens on Friday, and see if the Cobras can defend their hometown, and let's see if the Dragons can come through and spoil the Cobras' hopes and get their revenge win in the playoffs. Hope you enjoyed the interviews, guys. And again, thanks to the owners. And this is the CSFL, Canadian Simulation Football League. Thanks for being here. Take care. Ciao.